play disc golf and didn't go practice or loosen up before I played.
Before you play,
It always fucks me up.
it's always good to warm up.
For sure.
What the hell is this?
Especially at our age, it's a thermometer, digital thermometer.
Oh, okay. So you just point at something
Yeah.
and it'll tell you what it is?
Yep.
Shoot, bro.
Really?
Shoot, bro.
No shit.
Yep.
Shit to know, motherfucker. Why is your shit beeping? Oh, it's on Steve. That's why. What the fuck is going on?
So I was listening to this podcast talking about Clarence Thomas.
Oh, what an asshole.
That dude is fucking crazy.
He's an asshole.
Like he's just a chauvinistic asshole. Like nothing else to it. There's nothing. That's the only.
His wife is too.
Is she?
Oh, she's an asshole too. He married the right woman. They made for each other.
They said something to the effect that in his mindset, if the world would be better, like he wanted to give wanted to help out states that actually were more racist, because he believes a more racist thing is what black people need to be better.
I don't know.
Like,
He's just screwed up.
Affirmation or not affirmations. What's the what? Make them go to school. The thing where you have to have so many. It came in around your time, where schools.
With busing?
No. Where they
Segregation.
not segregation. Where they had to have you.
It had to be equal for everybody.
Yeah. Whatever it's fucking called. Where you can't Well, I mean, it's. God damn it! I can't remember the name of it, so I don't really want to talk about it if I can't remember the name of it. But the way he put it, he was very against it, and felt like it was a way that white people had control of the situation.
Oh, you mean integration?
Not integration. It's to do with schools and
Immigration.
public things.
Oh,
Where you have to let in so many
right.
minorities compared to, you know what I'm saying. It can't be all white.
Right.
There has to be
A mixture.
a number of
people.
Yes.
Of different ethnic groups.
Yes. So I don't.
No, he's just an asshole. Period. That stuff he did with Anita Hill was, it's amazing how these conservatives get away with abusing women, kids. It's unbelievable. Or just our country. Period.
Yeah.
They played some excerpts of stuff that different Republicans had said during the
So you $20, Steve.
during
I
the
got 12 of them, and I'm about to take my 13th.
that's called Baker's Dozen.
I know what a baker's dozen is, and I give everyone a baker's dozen, even assholes.
Yeah.
And he looked at you when he said it. No, but he is just he's a sexist. He's a
He's all about black
Who you guys
It's not
You
about-
pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yeah,
Nobody should be helping you. Nobody helped me.
It all
That's
has
bullshit.
it's all has to do with his grandfather. He feels like it's all based on his grandfather, I guess.
Like I said, he's an asshole.
Well, it all is bullshit, because most people you forget to help. Everyone forgets to help.
Everybody's been helped by somebody in life. You can't find one person on earth that was never helped by somebody.
If you weren't, you'd be in the gutter.
Yeah. You might not even be here.
Yeah.
Be dead.
I mean, and then people forget and don't realize that 25 years ago to 30 years ago, they can just deny you. Just because they didn't like you, no color, your skin, or anything like that, they just say, fuck it, we don't want to. No, it was more than that. It was probably 40, 50 years ago.
No.
No?
No. It still goes on now.
Well, I know it still goes on, but
It depends on where you are.
It was more open in the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, it was more accepted.
More known, yeah.
More accepted. People accepted it.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit about
Hell no.
other people. They didn't give a shit about black people. They didn't give a shit about Mexicans. They didn't give a shit about Chinese.
Or the other white people over there.
Or poor white people.
Yeah.
We always got to remember something, too. When I'm talking like this, I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about poor people, period.
Man,
Yeah.
I grew up poor.
I did, too.
I was the youngest out of 11, man. I got hand-me-downs.
I was going to say, at least you got hand-me-downs.
Hi, guys.
Have a good one, man.
But
Yes,
poor is relative because we're all wealthy compared to some people on this planet.
Yeah, but you evaluate that by where you're living and how you're living. Now, some people can say, "Oh, Rudy, man, what are you talking about? You're driving a Cadillac. You know, you're paying your bills and all that." But it's more than that. You know what I mean? It's how you think. It's how you feel in life.
Yeah, it's about like.
Because I'll be honest with you.
That's why you gotta listen to that Gary Vee guy.
I'll be honest with you. I might be making it, but I'm just barely making it.
But are you happy?
I'm not as happy as I should be.
Well,
I'm happier than most.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I was
for me
talking
to be happy
about this the other day about goals.
See, happiness is your frame of mind.
Well, yeah.
In other words,
my point is that that's the exact point. Is you determine how happy you are. It doesn't matter to everything else.
Yeah, but it's a struggle. It's a struggle all the time. Lou,
Did you try calling me or something?
I'm at Steve's. I'll be by there in about an hour and a half. You gonna be there? Okay. See you then. He's so hard to catch up with. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I have to call him 8 or 9 times before I can get him. It's ridiculous. He's the only person that I notice like that. Everybody else, I get in touch with them within a half an hour. You know what I mean? If they don't answer the phone within a half an hour, they're calling me back.
I'm just saying, it doesn't matter how poor or rich you are. Everyone's upbringing has their own turbulations. You could be super wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, your parents could be like giving you BMWs, but is that better than getting the love? What's a better?
It depends.
Because getting love and a BMW, that would be ideal.
That's perfect.
But the chances of that happening, because if you're someone who can give love to your child,
but it happens to a lot of people.
I know, but most people, what do you mean?
A lot of people live a happy life. Their daddy give them a BMW for their birthday. They know where every meal is coming from. If they want something, they get it. You know, there are people that live like that. I got friends like that. I got friends that have no worries. Financially, lifestyle, they have no worries. They got plenty of money. They got plenty of lifestyle. They travel all the time. Those guys I play darts with, they're traveling all the time.
What'd they do?
What they do?
How did they get there? Because they're obviously older.
I'm older than them.
Okay.
Well, no, a couple of them might be a year or two older than me, but they came from families that could that had money. So when their parents died, they left them a lot of money. Left them houses, land, all kinds of shit.
And it makes sense that they would think the system's working.
Yeah, because it's working for them.
Yeah. I know.
Now, don't get me wrong. They have empathy for people that have blessed in them.
That's not a judgment.
But, no, I know it's not. But I'm just making a point. Because I don't want to seem too negative. But, you can't help what you got. If you got it, you got it. If you ain't, you ain't.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's no reason to have $1 billion. Is there?
I don't know. I've never had $1 billion.
I just don't.
I can't think like that because
I can't either. I've been trying to think on a level of say a couple $100,000.
Yeah.
And it's still fucking hard to think of because it's like once I get there, it's like, why do I need to work anymore?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can literally live off of fucking, nothing. And I'm happy off of nothing. Why did I've tried to come, and I know I need to have it to do other things. I'd like to travel.
Yeah, you want to be able to go to Sweden or Amsterdam whenever you feel like going, without, oh man, I gotta stay here because I gotta pay these bills on a certain date and I gotta do this.
Well, it's not even about bills. It's more about 10 years ago, going to Amsterdam was a pipe dream, and I had a job. I was making $15 an hour, and there was no thought of me ever going to Amsterdam. No way. For one, I'd have to take a week off work.
So in other words, the medical marijuana has been good to you.
Mm-hmm. And
it's good that
it's not just that. It's not just to cannabis. It's, by the way, stop calling it that.
Call it what?
Medical marijuana. It's cannabis.
Cannabis.
That way you don't have to put medical in front of it.
Right. Well, the reason why I do that is because you have to make a designation for people that don't know.
No, my point is that the only reason marijuana even is known in our nomenclature, is that what it's called?
Nomenclature, yeah.
Yes, is because of some racist fucktards from
True.
the 30s
True.
who used
20s.
it as a way to scare, 20s and 30s, who used it as a way to scare white people into banning cannabis.
Yeah.
The same thing they were using.
Yeah.
They went to them and said, "Oh, this is it." And they went, "Oh shit, don't let us have that." And then it was in their fucking houses. It's like, so yeah, I want to call it cannabis. If we're on the show, we're on a Michigan Cannabis Review.
Gotcha.
Yeah, cannabis. That way we're starting the trend. You can't change the words if you don't
start.
Yeah. Like the first white people in a group of white people that are like, "Dude, I'm not using the N-word anymore."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta. They don't hold the same effect. I didn't mean that.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. You just use it as an example.
Yeah. You gotta stand up and say, "Fuck it."
Because I'm over that.
What's that? Oh.
The N-word thing. I'm way over that. That's so passe now. I mean, after the rappers did what they did
And took it back.
No, made it normal.
Yeah.
All they did was make it normal.
Isn't that
for people to say that word? That's all they did. Because if you like a certain rapper and he uses that word a lot, you buy his records. So you want to sing along with his record?
Yeah, I know. Trust me. It's a common thing in my head as I'm singing. Like, oh, where am I? If I'm in my car, where am I at?
See, that's the point I'm making. That's why I say the word is passe now. We just want to forget about that word.
It's not, because there's still people on this planet that they still use it as a negative term.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Well, I don't care either, but I'm just saying.
See, that's the point I'm making. I don't care. Use it all you want to.
It don't mean me.
Don't mean nothing.
Nothing. It's just the
And
word.
if you want to be known as using that word, then that's on you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why when I hear white boys say it, I don't say anything.
What? Where do you hear a white boy say it?
Oh, Lou says it all the time.
Oh yeah, Lou's retarded on that.
Yeah, Lou says it all the time.
Yeah.
But I kind of know where Lou's coming from, so it's okay with me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do you mean? I do know what you mean, but I want you to, because
Lou's just a regular guy, just like we are.
yes,
We're all just regular guys.
he says whatever's in his head.
He says whatever's in his head, and like I said, the rappers have made it okay.
Yeah.
How can I tell you? You can't say that, and the rappers making records like that, which he listens to some of them records.
Yeah, and they used it as a way to, as endearment too. It's more,
that's
so you know that he's saying it in an endearing way and
not in that negative connotation.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I still don't have that, because obviously I have had friends that have been very like, we don't give a shit. Like it's like that doesn't matter. And I think that's one of the reasons I'm allowed to, like, they would say that and I'm not allowed to say it, but it's because I'm never gonna say it anyway.
It's like the words that black people have for white people that are derogatory.
I don't even know what they are.
I never use them.
I've never heard them.
You've heard them.
No.
Sure you have.
Tell me what they are.
Cracker.
Again.
Hunky.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying.
It's a difference between.
Bullfay.
No, those aren't even close to the N-word.
But
the N-word was a way to differentiate as not a human.
The only difference is that those words don't have any power. That's the difference.
Maybe it's just,
those words weren't accepted worldwide as a derogatory term for white people. I don't hear people using those terms.
Did they use it outside of U.S. anyway?
No, I never heard anybody mention outside of the U.S.
No, I meant the N-word.
Oh yeah, it's around the world. What are you talking about?
Really?
Yeah. Are you nuts?
I thought there was places in the world where you could go and if you said it, people wouldn't even know what you fucking meant.
No.
Obviously, there's language issues, but
like I said, the rappers fixed all that.
That's true.
Okay. Rapping is worldwide, right?
That's true.
Believe me.
Yeah, that's not. going anywhere.
Well, I had an African dude call me that. This years ago. But you know, I just started cracking up. Other people started laughing. Then he started laughing.
It wasn't used when you were young, was it?
Oh yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, police use it all the time.
No.
To each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's the term of endearment.
Yeah. So with the A instead of the ER.
We never. Black people don't get into that.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean,
That's a media thing.
so there's no difference.
If you went somewhere, how many black people said nigga instead of nigger, you still get your ass beat.
Yeah, I get that.
We don't look at it different.
But I mean, you don't see the difference when a black person's saying it. That's my point. When a black person says one or the other, it's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah, but when a white person says one or the other, it's still irrelevant. But to white people, in their mind, if you don't put the ER on it,
it's okay.
Yeah, just like
right.
If you change,
that's media. Media made that happen. Made people think that happened.
True.
Because we're just listening for that nig part. Once you say nig, that's it. Girl or
Yeah, because that's what he does.
Yeah.
You've heard him do it, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's just a slight. Yeah, it's like. But you know, he's also been to jail. He's half Mexican.
And
he's fucking grows up. He lives in, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
like I said,
he's been around like
I said earlier. You know, it's
about who you grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Because, well, that's the thing about Lou though. That's tricky. Lou was kind of like he's never really been racist, but he did a lot of white power shit.
No, yeah, but which I know about. Plus, he knows some bikers that are kind of borderline guys.
Iffy, yeah.
Yeah, kind of iffy. I met a couple of them, and I could tell automatically. I mean, they were nice to me. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they're gonna be gentlemen,
but I know I could look at them and tell. I can tell by their expressions. You know what I mean?
You can tell by how someone, because I don't see it. They don't do it because I never felt like people did. I felt like everyone kind of like never like. There's that one group of people, the Trump tards. I'm just gonna call it how I want.
Okay.
That I feel like because of the tattoos, the way I smell, and all the things that's going on with me, I feel like every time they see me, it's just like you can tell which ones are woke, which ones are potheads, and which ones are total fucking like
conservative,
like, racist. Like you're racist. Like if I was black, you would look at me not the same way. Worse. Worse. You would have the dumb and everything else that goes with it
already there.
Yeah, but because I'm white, you only get half of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I trust.
We might be able to still save you.
Yes, that's what point. It is. Yeah. Yes, there's still.
You can't save a black baby. He's always gonna be black.
Yeah. But we get some Jesus in that white dude's life.
There you go. Yeah, we got him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, life's a motherfucker,
dude. It's. I've never understood it because I never really understood. I don't know, man. When I'm not Generation X, I'm not Generation Y. I'm like I'm both. Well,
you're like in the.
I'm 79, which is like the last of Generation X. 80 is Generation Y. So you know how those 4 years in between there, always
you're
a little skeppy.
Area.
Yeah. So I'm in that where it's like, I just never felt like there was any difference between humans. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was never like...
I didn't... When I was coming up, I lived on the east side of Detroit. And on the east side of Detroit, this is how it was set up. I lived in a house right here. There was a building right here with a store in it and living quarters upstairs. They were Greeks.
Yeah.
Across the street was some hillbilly whites. On this side was a Chinese family, and then it was black, white, black, white.
Yeah.
So I grew up around
lots of people.
Yeah, lots of people, man. And you know, back then you didn't have to worry about people trying to kidnap you. I mean, my childhood was really nice.
I never worried about that either.
Right.
That's the thing. I think that's something other generations put on generations.
I mean,
the fear there was stories, but not nearly. They just started happening in your generation. The stories just start coming out where it's like people are not just people. Like you don't just because someone kills someone, it doesn't have to be over a crime of passion. Because you think in the 50s and 60s, the mindset of the cops is, well, it either has to be because they're mad at them, they owe them money, the love, something. It always had to have a motive. But then there's just people who are tweaked the wrong way and just do fucked up things.
And see, back then, murder and homicide was a big deal. Somebody got murdered, it was on the front page of the newspaper.
Because they needed to sell paper.
But now, you find murder back in the pages. You go through several pages before you find out who got murdered.
Doesn't sell
today.
papers like it used to.
And there wasn't as many guns around.
It really depends on where you're at.
There wasn't as many guns around.
Hold on a
either.
second. Here in Detroit, you're right. But if you go out to somewhere, say 2 hours north or 2 hours west or east, and someone gets murdered, that's going to be front page.
But that's a big deal, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's
right.
only because Detroit has gotten bigger in general that murder, and then on top of that...
Well, there wasn't as many murders. People weren't murdering like they do
That's
now.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There wasn't as many guns.
It wasn't as many guns. There was a lot of stabbings and slashings, people cutting each other with razor blades and shit like that. You know. And every now and then somebody gets stabbed to death or something like that. But it wasn't all the gun. When it was 4th of July or New Year's, you didn't hear a bunch of guns shooting off. That didn't start till... The first time I remember really hearing a lot of gunshots was probably in the late 60s, early 70s.
I think...
And we don't even have Devil's Night anymore. Remember we used to have Devil's Night?
Yeah, they used to call it Devil's Night, but now it's Angel's Night. Because back in the 90s, they changed it. In the 80s, 90s is when they were trying to, like... Because in the 80s, you had this forecast of what the future was going to be. Like, they were... on every movie, everything...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It was going to be dark and green. Because there was a lot of crime. But there was also... lead was in the air. More lead was in the air.
Right.
There was a lot
more
of
pollution.
More pollution. There was, there's less cops. That's for sure. They definitely increased the cops in this country.
And see, drugs didn't really get really big until about the late 60s.
Yep.
That's when it really got. A lot of people were doing it. And then as the 60s went to the 70s, more people were doing it.
If you're not in the Vietnam War, I don't think it's as prevalent in the media.
Right.
Because there's no protests.
Right.
So there's no... Kids are just doing it like they were doing it then, back before that, where they were just doing it in the woods or wherever they could find it.
And a lot of drugs...
Kids always looked at porn. They've always looked at fuck. They've always done things.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's no different. No, the millennials are no different
Kids
than us.
find shit. It's like I didn't know anything about sex and shit like that. So one day I was in my parents' room. They went shopping. They left me home. I think I might have been about 10 or 11 years old. I was pretty mature for my age. So I'm snooping around my dad's
I did
dresser,
the same shit.
dresser drawer, and I look in there and I see this little gun in there. I was like, ooh, I didn't touch that though. So I look and I see a little comic book. What the fuck is this? And I opened up and it's a porno comic book with Popeye and Betty Boop and all that. I was like, what is this?
I think I was looking for presents.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was looking for presents in the closet of my...
We all do that.
Yeah, and
Once
I
we
found
figure
this
out.
little, monkey with, a giant dick on it. It was, plastic. It was a monkey man with a giant dick on it.
I think I've seen that before.
And I'm just like, I didn't understand it.
But you knew it was
I'm
weird.
like, that's what...
You knew
By
it was
that
weird.
point, I'd already... the Naked Club and all that shit. And I had a babysitter asked me to, show me her
Right.
tits.
You had
I've already had
little
some
sexual experiences.
Yeah, and you got cousins and
Right.
stuff when you're a kid.
Right.
They don't. Our parents didn't pay attention to us.
Everybody goes through
That's
that.
the whole fucking point of kids. Like the whole point of hanging out with your brothers and sisters when they have kids is so that the kids will leave you the fuck alone and you can do adult shit. So what do kids do? Whatever the fuck they can think of for fun.
Well, the older kids always influence the younger kids because I found out about sex was older kids, 2 or 3 years older than me.
That's who it was that started that club. We had it was they were. I think I was Not in school. Oh, no, I was in school maybe. I don't remember. No, I don't know.
But you were young and they were older than you.
Yeah, they were like 11.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were definitely older. And
That's
all
how
of
it
us. Then all of us, because we were all young.
That's how it happens.
Yeah.
That's why people try to shelter their kids too much. Unless you homeschooling them,
They're gonna find
they're
out.
gonna find out.
Yeah, you gotta be honest.
They're
Teach
gonna
your
find
kid
out.
honesty. That's what I think. I not have any kids, so I can't really speak to have any knowledge about teaching kids anything. So I'm not going to in that sense. But I feel like honesty is the only way to win.
It is.
Every relationship I see,
the
where
bottom line.
the parent is honest.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
The
they have a
bottom
real
line.
relationship. Because to be honest, you might not like your kid.
You might not.
Why fake it?
There are people that don't like some of their kids. Or
I don't know how me and my dad. There's nothing for us because I don't want to watch baseball or hockey or get bored watching the games.
But wouldn't it be nice for you and your dad to sit down and watch a hockey game together?
No,
You're saying that, but I don't think you believe that.
no, I believe it because about halfway through I'd hear some bullshit about Trump, and then it'd be a 3-hour argument about Trump. You don't get it. My dad's not the type of dude that's going to shut his mouth.
So he's going to bring something up
Yeah, there's nothing else to talk about.
that you guys.
He doesn't want to talk
agree
about,
with.
like, he's never going to talk about my life. You know what I'm saying? What are we going to talk about, the show? He ain't give a fuck. You're smoking weed, you're fucking dumb. I mean, that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? There's no other, like,
You're
he
smoking weed, you're dumb.
doesn't want to hear my side, and I don't want to hear any of his shit because it's about, what, your stupid wife that's a cunt?
Oh.
What do you want to talk about? Horses? I don't fucking care about horses either.
So you got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, we got nothing to talk about.
Right.
So the only thing we have to talk about is politics.
I just
And
think
that
it would
won't
be-
work because we'll both get heated and
Well, just make it a pact that we're not going to talk about politics or religion. We're just going to talk about fishing or disc golf or.
I don't know enough. We don't have enough. I'm
In
not a
common?
small talk person. You know I'm not.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I'm not the type of dude that's just going to talk about nothing.
Yeah,
if
the
you're going
weather
to talk
and
to
shit.
me, we're going to talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If not, then I'm just going to sit and listen to you. Because I'll do that. I don't mind doing that. But when it comes to the daily events and shit like that, I don't. Unless it's deep. Unless you want to get into a conversation about the impeachment or get.
But
into
that's
a
not going to
conversation-
end well.
It may. It depends on your opinion.
Yeah, well, you know what his opinion's going to be.
No, his opinion, yeah. Oh, I know what his
Yeah,
opinion
you know it's going to be.
But it's.
That's why it'd be best not
and
to
then
discuss that.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to discuss it either.
Yeah, because neither one of you are going to convince the
He,
other one.
in his mind, listens to both sides already, and he's already made up his mind. I, in my mind, don't really give two fucks. I just know the guy lies.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. He's
Yeah.
lied to my fucking face
You're going by what you see and hear.
1,000 times. That's why I don't believe in Jesus.
That's why I don't understand people that don't think he's lying. I don't see how you cannot think that.
That's where it goes back to your faith,
Something's
man. You have a
wrong.
way. Have you seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh yeah.
Did you see the new season?
That's what. No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my
I
god!
haven't seen it.
The new season. I just watched the
So
new.
it's still going on.
Oh, it's so good still.
I got it.
Mac is Jesus fucking loving motherfucker, dude. He's a super Jesus freak right now,
Oh really?
and he's gay. He's come out like he's a complete like crazy.
He done turned around.
Oh my god, this last episode, he's all about how Jesus, like God wanted it to be. It's like all about how like it's in God's hands. It's like God has a plan for us. He's like something, and then you ask, okay, well, blah blah blah. Well, no, you have. So if God has a plan, you have no choice. He goes, no, you have free will. You have choices, and he's like, but it's already predetermined. Yeah, but you gotta have faith. That's all he can come up with.
Yeah, right.
Perfect argument with him, because Dennis is like getting pissed off at him about
that-
this God thing.
Yeah.
Because he keeps attributing everything good thing that happens to
God.
It's in God's will.
God.
hmm It was a great episode. That shit's still on point.
I love that program.
The one before it was not as good because
when I had cable, I used to watch that all the time, man. That's one of my favorites because it was just so fucking
You know what?
out of left field.
That's what. When I saw that show for the first time, it was 2008, I think it came out because they're like 13 seasons.
Yeah. It might have been earlier than.
Yeah, it might have been 06 or something.
I think it was 06.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the life I want. Like, I don't want. I thought it was alcohol. I'm like, I gotta get a bar. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that... But then I realized it's not alcohol.
It's not... Right.
But that's what I'm aiming for. That's happiness, is to be able to just be like, okay, I'm gonna go do this today. And just do it. And now, they're obviously sociopaths.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. And
all of them.
Yeah. Charlie's just retarded.
They're all just out there.
She goes, Dee asked Charlie to do something, and Charlie's like, no. She goes, well, if I tag some cat food thing, they might give you free cat food.
Wait a minute.
What?
That's still going on. So she was shooting 2 different shows at one time then. Because she had a show on Fox.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so was he. He left last season. Last season, Mac, not Mac, but the main guy. Dee's brother.
Right.
He wasn't on the last season.
Oh, he wasn't?
They said he was a serial killer or something. And then he's back this season. As if it never happened.
Right. Well, they can get away with that show.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Danny DeVito is...
Oh.
Man.
He's the greatest. He's the greatest, man. That motherfucker is great.
He's so he gives you hope. If you feel ugly in life...
Oh, yeah.
Just look at Danny DeVito and understand that he gets
laid. If he can do it...
That dude's been getting laid his whole life.
If you can do it, you can probably do it too.
Mm-hmm.
If you put your mind to it.
Yeah, it just takes some effort. Effort. That's all it takes, is a little extra effort.
Yeah.
Damn. But yeah, I don't know. It was pretty good. So far, it's been a good season.
Yeah,
South Park was good too.
I'll have to catch up.
The Whites. Some kid, Tommy White or something like that, gets run over by a cop. Right? The car or whatever. And there's no protest, no nothing. And the Whites are like, the Whites! When the Whites lose somebody, the cops, they never get blah, blah, blah. And it's just this little ass family.
Right. The Whites.
So it's a whole episode of what Trump talks about.
The unfairness and all that. Yeah.
The unfairness of how they never get anything and the world's unfair to the white people.
Yeah.
Oh, it is brilliant how they did it. It was brilliant.
I've been listening to a lot of Joe Rogan. I've been listening to him all week.
Yeah, he gets a lot of different people.
I think I've probably listened to last week I probably listened to about 30 shows. All kind of people. From mathematicians, physicists, all kind of people, man.
Huh. Mm-hmm. John Witherspoon was the best one.
Yep.
If you haven't listened to that episode,
yep,
you definitely should.
He was the man.
He's so fucking funny.
He is, man. He's just naturally funny.
Yeah. He will be missed.
Without a doubt. A Detroiter.
Mm-hmm. That's the crazy part.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't know, I just did it. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna do what I want.
If you got that personality, you can get away with it. Yeah, personality. You got to be able to think quick on your feet and have a personality that people want to experience.
Yeah, I'm not enough in the conversation. I don't have that kind of quick wit for a battle off or whatever the fuck it is. I'm not that type of. Definitely not on that level of comedian type.
Yeah.
I do not. And I'm not of the mindset that I'm actually going to ever put any work in.
To do that.
What it would take.
It takes work unless you're just a natural.
And I am not a natural.
But it's so much, comedy is so wide of a thing, because I like Dave Chappelle, I like Tracy Morgan, I like all those guys, Eddie Murphy, all of them. But I also like Monty Python, the English humor. I like Benny Hill. I like that shit because it's more slapstick.
Yeah,
but it's
that's
funny.
Something you had to grow up on though. That's probably why.
And it's just funny.
Yeah, some of it. Monty Python's funny.
Monty Python's hilarious.
They're definitely. But I understand people because at first it wasn't my cup of tea, and even now I have to be. I have to be fucking wasted.
It's that.
Cuckable cookies deep.
Almost all their jokes are double entendre.
Yeah, it's very satirical
and cerebral.
Yeah, it's smart jokes.
Yeah.
It makes you have if you don't know, and you have to know things about what, like, their inside jokes too, to history.
You have to know things about history and society.
Yeah, or you won't get them.
You won't get them.
Yeah,
right
I get
over
it.
here.
And that's why it's funny. But I didn't get it at first because I didn't know nothing.
Right.
I just knew work. I just worked, man.
Well, I can see how some people. I have friends that, Rudy, it's not funny to me. I don't see the comedy. You know, I got friends that they don't understand it, but to me, they're hilarious.
Yeah, again, it's one of those things. You either love it or hate it.
You either love
Same
it or
with
hate
Doctor
it.
Who.
Yep.
Doctor Who is something you either love or hate.
Yep.
You know,
You're right.
it's all that kind of like.
And I wish they start showing some new Doctor Who's on.
Chappelle's getting that way.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
Mm-hmm.
The new stuff was amazing.
Yeah, it is.
But if you're too butthurt about life,
Yeah.
I'm sure he tweaked he hit
Yeah.
your fucking
Without a doubt.
your what do they call it, trigger warnings or whatever the fuck it is. 35.